Oh boy, we are in the prison. This is one of my favorite levels personally because it's so compact. It's a very small, short level, but there is still a lot to do. So right there, there's a health drink. Right here, there's another health drink. And over here is the Tablet of Gluttonous Pig. Let's examine that, shall we? Tablet of Gluttonous Pig, metal tablet with Gluttonous Pig drawn on one side. Found it in the dining room. Let's examine this. Very interesting picture. Kind of looks like a hieroglyphic. Right there, hard to see kind of, but there is a interesting picture of the very room we are in. Dead body right here. It's a corpse. The body is marked with bullet holes. I'm sure Eddie has nothing to do with this. Making bullets right there. Now it's funny, the map is actually pretty tricky to find in this level. It's over here. It's always funny watching like a blind playthrough of this game and they don't find the map of the prison and they're like, why don't I have a map? And they get lost, and it's always funny to see that happen. Gonna reload my gun. And I'm going to look at my map just so you can see where I am. Right there. By the way, this is the entire prison. There is no second floor. And over here in this room is, is the Tablet of the Seductress. Let's read that, shall we? Tablet of the Seductress, metal tablet with Seductress drawn on one side. Found it in the shower room. Pretty interesting picture again. Gonna fight this line figure. And bam. There is nothing in this room. I'm only entering it just to show what it looks like. And oh wow, usually the monsters in the prison respawn a lot, so it's actually pretty surprising to me that none of them respawn right now. Especially on hard mode. I don't think the difficulty affects how often enemies respawn, but it's still surprising to me that none of them respawn. Gonna look at my map so you can see where I am again. I am right here. Handgun bullets over here in the only open cell. Okay, I think these guys are a very nice monster to show off what the green hyper spray does, because they're essentially harmless in their cells, so really no harm in using it in this playthrough. Basically, and dead. Yes, it's a very broken weapon, but we'll be getting to unlock that way later in the Let's Play, so yeah, prepare for that. And then over here, there is, okay, books are scattered all over. The books are scattered all over the bed and floor, my bad. Black Magic from the Abyss, Resurrection of the Dead. The Chronicle of Agrippa, Manuscript of the Iron Rings. I guess I shouldn't worry too much about these too much. Maybe my reading is all over the place today. And there's another thing we can read too. On Sacrifice and the Art of Demon Summoning, Tomb of the Seer, the Feast of the Succubi, the Fallen Angels of Mercy and Favor. I guess I shouldn't worry too much about these. I got a wax doll. Wax doll. Let's read the description for this, shall we? Wax doll, a doll carved from wax. It was lying in the cell. Combine again. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder where those footsteps could be coming from. Man, look at the prison. It's such a nice looking level. So much detail. Awesome. handgun bullets right there. Might as well kill these guys when you first enter. Gonna reload. I'm gonna switch to the pipe just because I find it fun to use. Anyway, I'm being blocked in here. Whoopsie daisies, look at me. I am going the wrong way. Whoa, look at that. Oh, I'm surrounded. No. Okay, you know what? Just to see if I can actually hit 2 targets with the shotgun, I'm going to use the shotgun right here. Ah, it didn't work. Come on. Come on, game. They're right next to each other. Really? You know what? I feel bad for killing this one. I should have let that one live because that one was a real trooper. Not gonna lie. If you can survive 4 shotgun shells to the face, then you deserve to live. There are bloodstained clothes here. Alright, I'm going to pray and hope that that lion figure respawn. Because it deserves it. It deserves to live. No, it's dead. Oh god. Man, I am just going all over the place today. Don't enter that room. Right now, at least. I mean, you can if you want to. There's nothing in it. We want to go over here instead. And that would be here on the map. What's in here? 436 people at a recital. Burning Man. Burning Man again. I know there's another one. Come on. There it is. Woman in Flight. Interesting. I wonder what it could mean. I wonder if it even has any meaning at all. What are you looking at, James? I'm sure it's fine. Innocent whistling. I got the tablet of the oppressor. Let's examine that, shall we? Tablet, oops, wrong one. Tablet of the oppressor, metal tablet with the oppressor drawn on one side, found it in the cell. And again, a very interesting picture is shown. There are magazines here, nothing interesting. Alrighty. What? The iron barred door is tightly closed. I can't force it open. Oh, okay. Alright, okay, it's fine. Okay, now we want to enter this room over here on the map. This giant room. I even examined that before it was too late. Oh well. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. Ooh. There are 3 ropes hanging from the scaffold. stayed silent for a bit just so you could hear those ambient noises. Whoop. Okay, now I'm gonna run back up just so I can show James's other animation where he falls, because he has one where he falls on his front and he also has one where he falls on his back. So looks like that. Very, very nice. Very cool attention to detail. How they made 2 of them. I give you blood to atone for the 3 sins is written on top of the painting. Beneath the painting are 3 square depressions. Well, 3 square depressions, we have 3 tablets. It's pretty obvious what we gotta do. Combine the tablet of the oppressor with the tablet of the gluttonous pig with the tablet of the seductress. Are the puzzles getting easier to anybody else, or is it just me? Anyway, I wonder what that did. It didn't seem to do anything. What? Horseshoe. Can't examine it. Metal horseshoe. It was hanging in the door of the square. Interesting. Anyway, we got a horseshoe and a wax doll. I wonder what those could possibly be used for. God, I love the imagery in this game. It's so good. Yeah, I gotta get on with the walkthrough, but I really do just love sitting in these locations and just looking at them for minutes on end when I'm playing casually. I'm gonna look at my map just so you can see where I am. I am right there on the map. If you ever see these rooms, you know, all of these rooms that I haven't checked or examined, that's because there's nothing in any of those rooms. So I'm just trying to be as efficient as possible. No reason to check any of those. First aid kit in here. Go over a room. I really like that room visually because I like the broken desk. And in that same room where the first aid kit was on the other side is a lighter. Let's examine that. Lighter. Metal lighter. Looks like its flame is stronger than a normal lighter. That's interesting. How it's stronger than a normal lighter. That should be my catchphrase. That's interesting. Also, I really like the prison song because it's very foreboding and oppressive. It's just very nice and atmospheric. Anyway, in here, the women's restroom. I'm gonna look at a map just so I can see where I am. It's just over a room, so, you know, really can't go wrong, really can't be lost. I mean, I guess you could. You can actually trigger that as many times as you want. Like, if you just re-enter and then knock a lot, that'll happen a lot. A lot of people think it only happens, like, once. Anyway, there's a save point right here. My cat is actually meowing right now. You probably can't hear it because of the sound gate on my microphone. But I'm going to save just so I can see what my cat wants. Alrighty. Anyway, just enter this room over here. And kick you. There's an ampule, a first aid kit, and a health drink in this room. Very nice. And this game really lays the ampules on you. Right here, there's a magazine here. I've never seen it before. It's probably a locally published magazine. Man, I'm reading poorly today. Tuka Lake, the town's main tourist attraction. This clear, beautiful lake has another side as well. It may seem like just a typical ghost story that you might find in any number of old towns across the country, but in this case, the legend is true. On a fog-bound November day in 1918, the Little Baroness, a ship filled with tourists, failed to return to port. A newspaper article from back then simply says it most likely sunk for some reason. Despite an extensive police search, not a single fragment of the ship, nor any of the 14 bodies of passengers or crew has ever been recovered to this day. In 1939, an even stranger incident occurred. There are many pages torn out. Many corpses rest at the bottom of this lake. Their bony hands reach up toward the boats that pass overhead. Perhaps they search for their comrades. Very, very disturbing. Anyway, there's actually a memo you can read here that most people don't even know about, but it's right here. There's a diary here. Prisoners do not feel remorse. In fact, they do not feel themselves to be villains at all. Even the most uneducated brute will use what little words he knows to justify himself. And such trifling dreams they have, flourishing even in the darkness, prisoners too are no exception. No matter how foul nor loathsome one's own life and existence may be, human nature is abiding. Creepy. I wonder if all this somehow has any deeper meaning to something. Handgun bullets, shotgun shells, rifle shells, a hunting rifle, no way. Hunting rifle, maximum capacity 4 shots, takes a long time between shots, but each shot is very powerful. Looks like that. James cannot walk when he's readying it. When most play this game, they come to the conclusion that the rifle sucks because it's really slow. You cannot move when you're using it, and it's just not as powerful as the shotgun. But this is very, very useful during a particular moment later, and I think it definitely gives the rifle some credibility. Do not sleep on the rifle despite what people have said about it. Yes, it looks bad at first glance when you first use it, but it has its uses. Come on, camera, work with me. There's a cover on the ground, but I can't open it. There's only a depression left where there was probably once a handle. Well, I guess it's time to get crafty. Nothing is telling you to do this. I mean, if you like use one at a time, so for example, if you just use the horseshoe, James will say I can't do anything with just this, implying that you need more than that, but that's like where to lead. The lighter, you know, he says I can't do anything with just this either, but if you use 2 at one time, you know, like combine the lighter with the wax doll, he'll also give another description. There's no point in, yeah. However, if you use all 3 of them, whoops, he gets very crafty, and it's kind of funny what happens next. James, you smart man. I absolutely love this song. Did that just move, or was it only my imagination? A horrible smell is coming from the hole. My God, in the hole. I didn't see that. I think he says some different things about the holes. The corpse smells nauseatingly of rotten flesh. Man, I just butchered that word completely. This corpse into this hole? Well, it appears to be being led somewhere, so There's a hole in the floor. I can't see the bottom. How far does this thing go? It appears there's a roof above us, so I wonder how we could have fallen down here. Another hole. Do I really have to drop through it? Well. We're not dead yet, so... Anyway, I really like the sound effect on this door. I don't know why, I just find it satisfying. It's just, there's something about that sound that makes me find it satisfying, I don't know. First aid kit. Rifle shells. Handgun bolts. Shotgun shells. Oh god, where are we going? We don't have a map of this area. I thought we were in the prison. Oh boy. Anyway, now's a good time, because this elevator lasts a while. Now's a good time to talk about the contrast between Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 2. I personally absolutely love the contrast between the both games. I think both games are equally as good as one another in their own special ways. Most people think Silent Hill 1 is a little scarier than Silent Hill 2, but I disagree. I think Silent Hill 2 is scarier. When I first played Silent Hill 1, the bloody otherworld, like nightmare world, never really got to me, but in Silent Hill 2, the more subtle, real locations, it affected me more. Weird. It looks like, kind of looks like an apartment building hallway, but distorted somehow. Anyway, save point.